never trouble.
Oh, yes, I got you so close that if I want to buy them, got 50 bucks out for the 124E. Just back Big Spring, the hottest thing in the country, real hot and blue, coming to WHBQ in Memphis, Tennessee.
First appearance on our show tonight, Elvis Presley.
Good evening, my friends. That was, I hope everybody can hear me just fine here. It's a different kind of me. Welcome. I'm glad everybody could join me this evening. And hello, guys. Can everybody see? Well, thank you. Hope everybody can hear me just fine here. I'm kind of running sound, tech, lights, all that stuff here myself. So hopefully you guys can all hear me. I hope. Hi, Judy, Shirley, Joe, Connie, Bev, John, Graham. Can you guys all hear me just fine? No sound, huh? Nobody can hear me talk? Very low, huh? All right, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. All right, is this any better? Here we go. All right, cool. Very low. Yeah, we're using a different sound system tonight, and the reason for this is because of what I'm going to be doing. So everything's all set up differently. So I apologize in advance if we have little difficulties, but that's okay. I appreciate everybody joining me tonight. Tonight is very cool. It's a this suit is hot. It's a very cool night, and we do this once a year, and so tonight is really no exception. Tonight, obviously, is Elvis night, and it's all about Elvis, all about his musical attributes, what Elvis accomplished, and so we're going to feature a lot of Elvis, and yes, I'm going to try to sing live for you guys. You know, we did this for you, all right? So hopefully it turns out well. My first time ever trying to pull this off live other than an actual concert. So this is a little tricky. Typically I would have people running everything, sound and all that stuff. So tonight is the first. And of course, we've never streamed anything like this before. This is a first for me. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I will. So thank you. Yeah, this is the Indian fringe, and this is one of the suits Elvis wore. I've had this suit for many, many, many years. This is what I first started out in, believe it or not. My slender build still allows me to wear it. So, again, guys, thank you so much. I am a little nervous. I got to tell you what. I am a little nervous. It's weird not being the Denny Cool. You know what I mean? I still am Denny Cool. But tonight, I'm the King's voice. And so, it's a little nerve-wracking. So, here we go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still very low sound. Yeah, I get everything cranked, Bobby. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know. Hold on. You know. Let me see if I can crank this baby right up. All right. Here we go. Hold on, buddy. I think I was cranking up the wrong thing. Hold on. All right, guys. That right there should be blowing out your speakers. Tell me if that works. Okay. That's as high as I can go, man. So maybe you guys can volume up on your end. I don't know. Yeah, no. I did Vegas, and it was pretty cool, man. When I did shows, I went to Vegas several times, actually. Before that, I used to tour the country. I went like all over the place. I went to I might have. Let me see. I went to Toronto, Montreal, LaSalle, Deauville, you know, all those places. And that's when I was first starting out. But those shows were pretty cool because I got to meet a lot of different Elvis tribute artists. As they call them in the industry, they're called ETAs. And when I went to Vegas, many years after that, I won the Nationals. And they paid for the hotel, they paid for the whole thing. And then I competed up there, and I tied. It was a young gentleman. He actually took first place, and I wished him well because he deserved it. I was already in the industry for a long, long time at that point, but he deserved it. So, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. It's loud now. Listen. Yeah, John, there's plenty of sound, man. I think everybody hears it. Yeah. I cranked it. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, guys. We had a lot of fun. And I appreciate this night. I appreciate you guys supporting us and supporting this night. To me, Elvis was always a... Because you guys know all about the show. You guys know all about the Denny Cool, the host, where we feature, you know, amazing artists like you guys. But what you don't know is, you know, I like Elvis and everything. But there's a lot of me that a lot of you don't know. And when I grew up, I was hearing Elvis since I can remember. And that inspired me. Elvis, to me, growing up, he was an influence because he's what Rags to Riches was all about. And the thing I really admired until, and still to this day that I admire about Elvis was to his fans and everybody else in the music, Elvis was a very humble person, number one. Number two, Elvis attributed so many things and helped out so many people in music and in many different ways. He was a very humble individual, you know, and many people have their different opinions about what he did in his personal life. That doesn't bother me. That's his personal life. But Elvis, as an artist, broke many, many records, set standards for many people, and he paved the way for a lot of artists. You know, so for me, I loved the Elvis music. I got inspired by it, and that's what I did when I was old enough, and I started doing singing and started entering contests and everything. Surprisingly enough, I started winning, you know, and when I got out of the competition racket and I started doing shows on my own, that's really when things took off. I didn't like the competitions. I didn't like the contest. The benefit out of doing that was I met some fabulous guys there. And to this day, I'm still friends with a lot of them. One of them, my good buddy, I hope he joins me, Brian Doyle. He was called the Tennessee Tornado. And this boy could move, okay? He could move. He was amazing. But, of course, we're all older now. But, yeah, so, you know, we had a lot of great things happen. So Elvis, to me, to this day, is a true music inspiration. And tonight, I really want to share with you guys Elvis and his contributions to the music standards, the industry. It's just amazing what he has accomplished and allowed others to accomplish as well. Yes, and tomorrow night, by the way, guys, before I forget, tomorrow night we added a lot more new features. So for all those featured artists, what you guys are going to watch is everything's going to be on video. It's going to be a smooth transition. You'll watch. I'm not going to give it away, but it's going to be really cool. We got a lot of cool new features. So, with that being said, it was loud, huh, Judy? See, I blew your eardrums off now. See? Yeah, Shirley, yeah, he definitely was generous. Definitely was generous. And you know, one of the most amazing things, see? One of the most amazing things, right, about Elvis Presley, what many people don't realize is Elvis, on paper, died broke. Okay? But if you think about this concept, here you have the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, that could literally get anything he wanted because of who he was. So, in retrospect, Elvis didn't need money. You know, the old saying, the person with the most the golden rule, person has the most gold rules. Well, in that situation, Elvis had his status. He was Elvis. And so when he died broke, on paper, he didn't need to have all of that money because of who he was. And it was amazing when you read the documentaries on him, the kindness that man had. He bought more people Cadillacs, I think, than any other entertainer. He bought homes for people. He was notorious for, you know, breaking up street fights. They'd be driving to a show or something, or after a show, and he'd see two guys duking it out or fighting. He'd stop and get out of his car, literally, and, you know, would break it up. So that's the artist I want to talk about tonight. And I had put together a lot of cool history I'm going to share with you guys, some pictures, and then we are going to try to sing for you guys live tonight. So if your volume is up, you may want to turn it down. All right? Let me see here. He had social capital for being a guy. Yeah, and isn't that a shame, too, that Lisa Marie, sadly, I don't know the actual cause, but yeah, she passed away. And can you imagine, for a second, Elvis once said it, that the man is one thing, the image is another. And he said in an interview that it was so hard for him to keep up with the image that he himself created. However, the fans kept it going, and they built it, right? So you create an image, and you yourself, the very person that creates that image, has a hard time keeping up with it. Because at the end of the day, he's human just like us, and he bleeds, right? But people didn't realize that. So, very interesting. Let me go here, guys. All right, this is really cool. I took the time, literally, to put some things together for you guys. Now, some of you may be Elvis fans, some of you may not be. That's okay. Either way, you're here. That's what's important, and I appreciate it. He did. He did, Connie. You know, Connie, from my understanding, Elvis had a lot of religious backing when he was growing up, and his mom was very religious. So growing up in Tupelo, in the South, you know, you had blacks and whites, you had religious, non-religious, and where Elvis grew up in that one shack home, literally the size of a shed by today's standards, that's all they had back then. You know, it was family, faith, you know, and that's how Elvis grew up. But yeah, he was very very religious, and that portrayed throughout his life with his music. Really, River? Since you were 12 years old, huh? You're right, Judy. Now, that was one of the best things about Elvis. He didn't see all that. He didn't see color. He didn't see any of that. You know, and when he was asked during interviews his political stance and views and opinions, he very humbly said, "I'm just an entertainer." You know, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later during the show, because there's some cool things I got to share with you guys. Yeah, guys, you know what? I agree. And I think we talk about this a lot amongst friends and everything. The world's changing. People are changing, right? And if we can go back to those days and, you know, really bring that attitude, that love and togetherness, and just bring it here, you know, in today's era, how wonderful would that be? You know, but the reality is we can't. So for everybody who's like-minded, you know, who cares about people, and you know, truly doesn't judge anybody, you know, we understand, and that's what's important. People do the right things. Let me share this with you guys here, and yeah, we're gonna try to sing. And you guys can't laugh at me, man. And you know what the good thing about doing this though? Excuse me. I had a lot of coffee before the show. You know what the good thing about it is that nobody can throw anything on the stage. You know, you could thumbs up or whatever, but yeah, nobody can throw anything on the stage. That used to happen, man. And it wasn't roses that people were throwing up on the stage when I was performing. Believe it or not, it was not roses. It used to happen to Tom Jones all the time. That's what I gotta say. Yeah, you know, because when I used to go on before I went on stage, I'd be in the back room and stuff, and it was just amazing the excitement that you would get. So I can only imagine what it was like for him. All right, here we go. As many of you know, years ago I had one of these. I still have the booklet. Interesting fact, guys, and for those of you like River and stuff who, you know, been fans, you know, pretty much their whole life. In 1993, right, the U.S. Postal Service announced that Elvis's image would be used for the commemorative postage stamp. Now, the Postal Service narrowed the artwork down. You guys remember this? They had 2 images, and people had to vote on it, which Elvis stamp they wanted. It was the one from Aloha from Hawaii or the one that you are seeing now. And I believe they ended up coming out with both. The stamp was released on January 8th, 1993. The first day of issue for the ceremonies at Graceland. If you guys remember, that's when they first started giving out the stamps. Now check this out. The Elvis stamp is the most widely publicized stamp issued ever in history of the U.S. Postal Service. Over 500 million of them were printed. Now, if you think about that, to this day, it was the most printed stamp in the Postal History Service. That's pretty amazing. You know, it blows my mind that one man, an artist, an entertainer, can do that. Truly does. Truly does. Because he did more than just music without even realizing it. He affected so many other parts of things in history. It was just amazing. It really is. And you know what I wish? I wish that more entertainers were like Elvis, a lot of the guys of the entertainers back then. Humble. You're an entertainer. Stick to being an entertainer. And you know, don't give your views, worldly views about things, you know, because you are an entertainer. That's just my opinion. This here, ladies and gentlemen, the concert stage. Okay, now this is really cool. Okay, as many of you know, which I'm going to tell you about after, when Elvis returned to the live stage after the success of his '68 television comeback, you guys remember that one, and from his Hollywood movie contract obligation, he opened up at the International Hotel. Now, the International Hotel specifically designed their staging and everything around Elvis. It was built for Elvis, that stage, literally. All right, and so Elvis had a 57 show engagement. Now, again, that broke all existing Las Vegas attendance records. Broke them all. Okay? He returned to the spotlight, I'd say probably about a few months later in the early 70s. And during the slow winter season in Vegas, Elvis broke his own attendance record. Right after that came a record-breaking 6-show engagement at the Astrodome in Houston, where Elvis played a total of 207,494 people. Elvis took his elaborate live shows on the road, and in the later part of the 1970s, for his first concert tour, and that was what, since 1957. So throughout the 70s, Elvis toured the U.S., where he broke box office records, guys, and continued to play engagements or 2 per year in Las Vegas, then Lake Tahoe. Among the highlights of that period was in 1972, when Elvis performed 4 sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden. And during his concert years from 1969 to 1977, Elvis gave nearly, okay, check this out, 1,100 concert performances. 1,100. That's just during those years. That's insane. That is just absolutely insane. 1,100 concert performances just from those years. It is a lot of concerts, and you wonder why the guy was burnt out. Man, I'll tell you what. And yeah, when I do sing, I've got to just push a couple buttons over here, and yeah, we're gonna try it out. I'm actually excited to try it out. You know, truth be told. And yeah, just because I'm not Denny Cool tonight, I still drink coffee. God, man, he's nuts. This guy sitting in his Elvis suit. but I do it for you guys, see? The 68 comeback. This, I think, was one of my all-time favorites. I know a lot of you remember this. And I think, in my opinion, Elvis in his leather suit, which I do have, by the way. I have a duplicate. And believe it or not, when I got fitted for that suit years ago, I was probably, God, late 20s, early 30s. My waist dimensions, height, was the same exact as Elvis's. Kind of weird, huh? And of course, Elvis was a little bit broader than I, but nonetheless, I thought that was a cool thing. And the Elvis TV specials, the 3 specials on network television, Elvis 68, Elvis, Aloha from Hawaii via satellite in 73, and Elvis in concert in 77, stand among the most highly rated specials of their time. Now, his 1968 comeback special, Elvis, is one of the greatest and most critically acclaimed music specials of all times. His 1973 special, Aloha from Hawaii, via satellite, you guys remember that, was seen in 40 countries by more than, you ready for this? 1 billion people. And it made television history. He was the first entertainer, okay, ever to do that. And I bet you guys didn't know this. That show was seen on more television homes in America than the first walk on the moon. Imagine that. You saw it there in the U.S., yeah. Yeah, mine was Aloha from Hawaii too, but I like the 68 because that's when Elvis was raw. He was he was like different, you know. Don't forget, Elvis had the 50s, right? The hip swing and gyrate in Elvis. You know, the man could dance like nobody else at that time. Then he had the 60s. 60s were his movies, right? Which we'll get to, and you'll be surprised at how many movies and the records those broke, but he had his movies. That's 2. Then he had the 68, right? That's 3. Then his 70s, his concert years. That's 4. So Elvis, that one man, literally created 4 different styles, 4 different genres. Okay? That's pretty impressive, if you ask me. He sold enough records to stretch around the entire equator. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Blows your mind when you think about that. And think about the fact that he was seen in more homes than the first walk on the moon. Yeah, you know what a lot of you guys did, right? What is let me ask you guys this. What is your favorite movie? Or what's your favorite movie? What do you guys like? Or what's your favorite, out of all your Elvis movies you watched, what's your favorite movie? It's a lot of plastic. That's some good vinyl right there, man. Blue Hawaii? You like Blue Hawaii, John? I like Blue Hawaii, too. I'll tell you my favorite after. Viva Las Vegas. That was with Ann Margaret, right? Viva Las Vegas. Hi, Gypsy. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, I look different tonight. My favorite is kind of a toss-up. My favorite, one of them was, I would have to say, probably King Creole. And then my second right up there was his last movie, which was Charo. And I'll tell you why I like Charo better. Elvis, and when it came to his movies, Elvis didn't want to sing. Elvis never wanted to sing in his movies. Elvis wanted to be a serious actor. Elvis wanted to focus on his, his acting career. He didn't want to sing in any of his movies. And now, he may have fought with the Colonel about it. That's how the story goes. However, the good thing about him singing in his movies was that because of that, that also made more records and songs, which a lot of people don't realize. A lot of the songs you hear actually came from his movies. Love Me Tender, Jailhouse Rock. Do you guys know that Elvis choreographed Jailhouse Rock? Watch that movie, and that has probably some of the best choreography ever in it. He choreographed that whole thing as far as the dancing goes. Okay, quiz for you guys, and don't Google it, please. All right. How many featured films did Elvis release? How many feature films did Elvis actually star in? You guys are Googling it, I can tell. Jesse. 33, 50. No. Elvis, oh, this is my wife. Elvis starred in 31 featured films. What's Google? Yeah, Connie, you're right. Yeah, more than 25. And you had it right. Yep. Well, she was close to 33. Yeah, 120. Okay. Yeah, Dawn was very close. But yeah, 31 featured films. However, it would have been 32 because he was supposed to star in with, what's her name? A Star Is Born. But the Colonel didn't let Elvis do it because he wanted Elvis to have top billing. And that was with, I want to say Barbra Streisand, but I don't think it was. It was an actress, I forget who it was. But he was supposed to star, and that was going to be his last film. Elvis really wanted to do it, but the Colonel said no because he said Elvis gets top billing over anybody. So Elvis, unfortunately, didn't get to do it, which was a shame because I really think that, he would have been really good at that. Because he did. He wanted to be an awesome actor. And that's why he didn't want to sing. And I think that he would have been a really good, serious actor. Some of his movies, as you can see up here, these are just some that I put up here for you guys. Some of them are a little repetitive. It's all about girls and all about Elvis being a tough guy and being a straggler, pretty much. A derelict on the road. And, but when he got to his more serious roles, the boy could act, I'll tell you that. All right. You asked Siri? Siri was trumped. Stumped? I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Oh man, this thing's hot. This is cool. I gotta share this with you guys. And by the way, have you guys ever seen that new movie? Well, it's not new now. It was a remake. I think Priscilla directed the whole thing, but it was called Elvis. And what's his name acted in it? The new one that just came out not too long ago, maybe last year or something like that. Not even. But anyways, I watched it, and I actually did an episode on it about my opinion on that Elvis movie. And Many of you I know liked it. I have a couple friends that liked it, but then I have a couple friends who didn't like it. For me personally, I thought, yeah, the acting was great. But growing up, and I'm sure River can attest to this, growing up and studying Elvis as an artist, as a man, and of course doing what I did professionally for many years, you really have to, it's like acting. They say that Johnny Depp, when he takes on a role, he stays in that role for months, right? Well, the same thing. When you're doing what I did for many years, you can't help but live that role, that person that you're portraying up on stage. It kind of becomes part of your everyday life. Some guys take it a little over the top, but my point is so you get to know more about that person. You watch every documentary you can, the personal side of Elvis, all that stuff. So when I was watching this movie, it started off, at first, I honestly thought it was the wrong movie because it didn't feel, it felt like it was like a retro type of movie, like it was kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it didn't jive. And I know they were trying to cater to the younger generation, to today's generation. But it just seemed like nothing about it that I was used to, that I remembered learning about Elvis. It didn't really appeal to me, Yeah. Oh, thank you, Val. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Benjamin, Elvis' Double, yeah. But that movie didn't appeal to me. I really didn't care for it. All right, let me read this, guys, and then we're going to try doing a song for you, okay? Again, we're going to try. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen gracefully, but we're going to try. Okay. Elvis's charitable endeavors. I mentioned earlier on, Elvis was probably one of the most humble and giving entertainers of all time. He was known for it. But there's a lot of things that people don't know about Elvis. As you see here, Elvis was a huge fan, cancer, March of Dimes, and you can see the other picture here. He's visiting a child in a hospital. They now, to this very day, they still have charitable organizations in the Elvis Presley enterprise. Elvis gave and gave and gave. And he was famous for giving away cars, cash, jewelry, often on the spur of the moment. But the true depth and breadth behind Elvis's generosity was his community involvement, and that is not widely known. As a fact, in 1961, Elvis gave a benefit concert at Bloch Arena in Hawaii. That raised over $65,000. Now back then, that's a lot of money. That raised over $65,000 towards the building of the USS Arizona Memorial at Pearl Harbor. But you guys didn't know that. The resulting publicity gave new life to the fundraising effort. Again, Elvis started a new thing. And that, by then, lost its, sort of its momentum. But the memorial opened a year later. And we talked about the 1973 Aloha from Hawaii. Did you guys know this? Audience tickets. How much you guys think the tickets were for Aloha, Hawaii to go see Elvis? Because there was two. There was a pre-Aloha, which was called the alternate, and then there was the actual Aloha from Hawaii. Take a guess at how much the tickets were. to go see Elvis live. Let me see. Well, you're not all wrong, and you're not all right, but it doesn't make you wrong. So, this is cool. There was no price. And the reason for this is it was a benefit for the ACCUSTIC Cancer Fund in Hawaii. Elvis asked the show, he wanted people to pay what they could afford and what they wanted to donate. So if you had a buck, you wanted to see Elvis, that's what you paid. There was no fee. It was all voluntary. Elvis wanted his fans to enjoy the show, and of course they got paid by sponsors, advertisers, stuff like that. But the money that they raised just from people donating went towards that fund. So there was no fee. There was no ticket charge. I mean, that to me is humility. And you think about how many people are in attendance, right? Thousands. Because he did 2 concerts, alternate, and then the actual Aloha. Yeah, he could have made bank just off that show. But, you know, I think that speaks volume of a person. You know. Yeah, surely a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, you know, some articles, some things I've read. Matter of fact, when I was doing shows a while back, I had somebody come up to me and he said, you know, he said, I really like your show. He said, but, man, he goes, you know, he goes, I don't understand. He goes, you know, Elvis, he goes, he grew up poor and stuff. He goes, I just don't understand what made him such a racist. You know, here I am in an Elvis suit. I'm out back taking pictures with the audience, and this is what he wanted this picture taken. I mean, this is what he said to me. And I didn't know how to respond to that. I just told him, I said, you might want to do your research. You know, I don't know, look at his band members. You know who Whitney Houston's mom was? You know who she was a backup singer for? Take a guess. Take a guess. There you go. All right. Yeah. Lucky guy. How did you guys guess that, man? That was so lucky. Yeah. So, you know, but that's narrow-minded thinking for people. So, a lot of cool things. And of course, some of the questions that I ask you guys, you're obviously going to get it right off the tip. But there's also some mind-blowing stuff in here. So before we get to that, gentlemen and ladies, and here I am looking at myself again. And again, don't laugh. I am not going to be able to see you guys once I do this. You'll see me, but I won't see you. So I will not know. I will not know how it's sounding. I will not know how the music is. I'm going to have to go by what I hear. I have no headphones on tonight. I'm not messing up this hair. It took me hours to do it. But let me just do this. This is kind of like a... Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try doing this song for you guys. I said I'm going to try. I didn't promise you anything. Don't get your hopes up. Trying is the word I'm looking for. This is the first, guys, so might want to mark it down in history. And then tomorrow night we can laugh about it. Yeah, please join us tomorrow night, by the way. And guys, don't forget to sign up, huh? Emailing list and stuff and subscribe. Actually, I'm not going to say all that tonight. Tonight's not about me. It's about the artist Elvis Presley. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Well, you can't see me? Belle? You see no picture? Really? No video? Oh, yeah, hold on. I am so sorry, guys. How's that? Can you see me now? Better? Okay, I forgot, man. I'm looking at 3 different screens, and yeah, my bad. And this whole time, I'm sitting there thinking you guys are staring at me. See? Okay, I go there, and then I go back, and okay. See, this is what I told you first time. Dry run, we'll call it. How's that? We're like this rehearsal night, but live. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh man, I'll tell you. Okay. Here we go. This. Ugh. You guys can give me a second. I'm trying to. I was gonna do bridge, but I don't know how it's gonna sound live. I know you're staring at me. No pressure at all. No, I mean, none. I, you know what? I've done this 100 times over the internet, and I mean, thank you. Yeah, the black hair brings it out. But this is how. Listen, this is what I used to do, right? This is what we used to have to do. I'd be in the back, my wife would be in the back, putting the makeup on, all that stuff, and everything else. And you have to, because if you don't, those stage lights will wash you right out, man. You're like a pill bucket of soap or something. But that's what I did, you know. Had a lot of fun, but that's what I did. I was gonna sing. The hell was I gonna sing? I was gonna sing a song, Bridge, but I don't know, because it's a powerful song, and I don't know how it's gonna come out over the internet. I'm probably gonna blow it. I don't know what I said, man. My brains are racking. No, it's a powerful song. So what I'm trying to say is that it may overpower the sound, only because of my big mouth. But we'll try it, I guess. Okay. First of all, let me do a sound test, just with the music. If you guys can, please, bear with me. Let me know if you can hear just the music. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Is it loud enough? No, I'm not singing yet. Hold on. Okay. Pushy people. Okay. I had to make sure. Now this is a little bit different. So here we go. Oh boy. Good Lord, choke me. Somebody. Give me insane pills or something. Okay, here we go. I can't see what you guys are texting anymore, man. So I'm just gonna block you out and pretend like I'm just singing to myself. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I know the mic's loud. This is loud. I got to turn it down. Hold on. I can hear it fine, but I think it might be blowing you guys away. So give me 1 second, please. Just bear with me, guys. You know, I don't have that luxury of having
Okay. It's tough. Okay. Oh, man. You're probably not going to be able to see it, Shirley, but here's the belt and everything, and I can't stand back too far, but it kind of goes all the way down, you know? And it goes all the way down, so. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's one of my favorite suits. Alrighty. I don't know how this is going to work, man, but we're going to try it. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will drown. I'm on your side. Oh, time gets rough, and friends just can't be found. Yeah, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Yeah, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, if you need a friend, and pain is all around, yeah, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Yeah, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, they'll sailing right Okay. Oh, man. That's it. Right there. So, whew. That was it, guys. That was bridge. And hold on a second. Let me get my lungs back in order here. Let me see. Okay. Who am I what? Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I mean, hey, if it sounded good, you know, for you guys, see what I hear is different, and I'm outboard. I don't have headphones on or nothing, so I'm hearing what I'm hearing. Well, thank you. It's Judy, it is. It is easier to stand and sing for most. And hold on, let me turn my speaking voice back up. The reason it's easier for most is because you sing from your diaphragm. That's the proper way to do it. So you're not burning out your vocal cords. And you sing from your diaphragm. You bring it from here. From here up is where you want to bring your power and, you know, your breathing. Me, personally, I can do it either way. I can sing sitting down or I can sing standing up. Okay. I'm still sweating, man. You know, we were doing shows, right? I'll never forget it because I had everybody running all over the place. And, all right, my wife, she'd be handing me scarves and all that stuff and everything else, you know. And it always amazed me that people, when you're doing a show, people would get lost in it, you know. And the one thing I gotta say is this, because I know there's other Elvis tribute artists watching. When you're doing and performing as Elvis Presley, on stage is one thing, but you don't take it off the stage. I mean, I know it becomes a part of you when you do it for so long. But I've met guys that really I just wanted to smack the stupid out of them. And I'm going to tell you, and I mean that respectfully, because you're not Elvis. I'm not Elvis. I never thought I was Elvis. And when you hear everybody say they're the best, you're not. No such thing as the best. The best is dead. Okay? What we did was we brought back and we keep alive a memory of a man who contributed so much to the music business and inspired so many people. And for a lot of guys, unfortunately, they go beyond that. I've watched interviews of guys, and they have that attitude that, you know, they're Elvis, or that they're beloved by thousands. Well, you're not. Take the suit off, get rid of the hair, and go out and sing on your own. See how far you get. You get that way because you are copying somebody else. You're living in somebody else's shadow while you're on stage. Okay? That's the truth of it. So when somebody says to me, and this aggravates me, when somebody says to me that they're the best, no, you're not. You may be good at what you do, and you may be better than other tribute artists, but you're not the best. I gotta set that straight, because that always nerved me. You know? It is the best form of flattery, yes, 100%. And I've met guys, I'll tell you what, in this business back then, some today, still going strong, that very popular, they did very well for themselves, but just very humble guys, man. They knew what they were doing. They were paying respect to Elvis as an artist. And for for the fans of Elvis Presley, they came to see that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, tonight, I'm glad you guys didn't miss it either, because, you know, I was really nervous, and I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, if oh God, no, that's a hard one right there. And I got a lot, imagine that, though. There is, you know, I was gonna try to sing that song, but I won't. I won't. I'm looking as we talk, as you guys are chatting amongst yourself. I'm looking for something really cool. When I went to Vegas, right? This is no word of a lie. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You're all what? Bev? When I went to Vegas, I thought that there would be hundreds of dudes dressed just like me walking around. And to my surprise, there wasn't. There was literally one of me walking around. It was the weirdest thing in the world, because Elvis was Vegas, Vegas was Elvis, right? And you know, you think of Las Vegas, you think of Elvis. And so I'm walking around, and that's where I met Dewey DeRoe. He was a sax tenor for the Oak Ridge Boys. And I met him. We hit it off really good. I actually messaged him the other day, or texted him, whatever. And then the second time I went back to Vegas, we walked, it's very deceiving, we walked from the Old Town Casino, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's our hotel right there. We can walk, we see it. You know what I mean? It's very deceiving, because I, at the time, was wearing my leather jumpsuit, well, the 68 comeback, and I froze the whole entire walk. So we finally got a bus and everything else like that. But we got off at this casino. I want to keep thinking it's called Billy's Casino, but we got off at that casino. And I walk in this casino, and then I hear this brass band just wailing, you know. And I'm like, wow, man, let's go and check these guys out. We walked in the casino, and who was it? None other than Dewey DeRoe. And he got me up on stage to sing with his band, and that was quite an honor. I've never been to Las Vegas, if you guys can believe that. Surely I will try. I will try. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. You know, I'm not going to be on Sync Snap for a while, so after I do this. But this next song, I think you guys will like it. I hope you like it. If you don't like it, too bad, because you're not getting your money back. But this next song, it really has a lot of meaning. I love this song. Can't Help Falling in Love. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. This next song, let me see here. Yeah, I give mine to charity. It's a cool song. You listen to the words, has a lot of good meaning to it, and it stands true. You know, it really does. So, yeah, I've never been to Vegas. Surprisingly enough, everybody asks me that all the time. Okay. Someday I'll go. Someday I'll go. Someday. All right, guys, here we go. This one here, this one's called... Just muted myself. Here we go, son of a bitch. True Love on Gravel Road. Here we go. Hope you guys like it. If you don't, you're not getting refunded.
How many girls choose cotton dress work when they could have satin and lace and stand by her man, never once letting shame touch her face? How many hearts can live through all the winters we've known and still not recall? True love travels on a gravel road. Love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on smooth streets paved with gold. True love travels on a gravel road. Down through the years, we've had hard times and tears, but they've only helped our love grow. We'll stay together no matter how long the road. No once have I seen your blue eyes filled with envy and stray from the one that you hold. True love travels on the gravel road. Love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on smooth streets paved with gold. True love travels on the gravel road. Love travels on the gravel road. True love travels on the gravel road.
And that's it, man. True love travels on a gravel road. Is that not true? I thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we will definitely, thank you guys, appreciate it. Grab all you guys. Thank you. It's kind of weird, man. It's surreal, if you will, if that's the word I'm looking for. Singing like this online, you know, live online. Thank you guys. Unlike, you know, you're doing it on SingSnap, you know, you're pre-recording everything, but to do it live, it's a whole different beast. You know, it's weird. But I'll tell you though, you get that, what's the word? That energy, that you know, emotion. And before I used to go on stage, I'm sure many of you who've performed. Sing in public in front of people, whether it's karaoke or whatever it was, it doesn't matter. You have that stage fright, and that used to happen to me every time. But when I go on stage, and the second I hit that stage, and I felt that audience, you know, it pumped me up, you know, electrified me, you know. So it really inspired me to just continue going. And I can imagine how Elvis must have felt, you know, when you watch the documentaries of him, and you know, listen to what Priscilla says and all that stuff. His fans were everything to him, right? And I think personally it went both ways. I not intentional, but I think that his fans, I think, you know, actually killed, not intentionally, but because of the demand, you know, for Elvis, to have Elvis all the time, to want a piece of Elvis all the time. I think that his fans attributed, and again, not intentionally, not like, you know, his fans went out and killed him, but when you're who he was and you're in such demand, I mean, think about it. You know, I mean, today, or celebrities, I suppose, I mean, Michael Jackson, kind of the same thing. But when you were him, you had to just literally rent out entire movie theaters, all this other stuff. He couldn't be normal, could never ever be normal again, you know? And so I think that fans played a big role in the way he lived his life. But the flip side of that was Elvis loved his fans. And the coolest thing about that too is that unlike today, and yeah, there are some entertainers out there that are very humble and stuff like that, but unlike today, Elvis always said, you know, without my fans, I'm nothing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my fans. You know, he said, I didn't make me. He said, my fans make me. And you guys remember way back then, a big controversy about Elvis shaking his legs, and it was devil music, and you know, the gyration. Wow. Those critics could have been around today to see what some of these entertainers are doing. They'd probably look back at Elvis and say, listen, I want that back as opposed to today, you know. You guys got wigs? Yeah, Shirley, he's filmed from the waist up. Imagine that, filmed from the waist up. You know, that's but it's funny because when you look back at it now, you're like, man, what are they crying about back then? Like, that was nothing, that was mild. But for them back then, that was a culture shock, right? That was, they'd never seen anything like that before. When he sang gospel music, yes, it was different. He was tame, yep. And I gotta say, I'm not like a huge, certain styles of gospel and stuff like that. But for some reason, the way Elvis sang, not all, but a good portion of his gospel songs, you can hear the feeling and you can hear the emotion into him really pouring his heart out and singing his gospel songs. Because Elvis really believed, from what I learned, Elvis really believed, you know, in the Creator. He really believed in a lot of different religious beliefs. It was once known, from what I understood, Elvis sought out a couple of different religious organizations trying to find his way, I guess. That's why Elvis, he was known to be a big reader. Elvis read books. He read a lot of books. So it's pretty interesting. It really is. He did, and he had the number ones of them all. Amazing. It's always amazing. Okay, I don't know which one here. You know what they got to do, man? They got to cut back on the amount of crap they're putting up here. I'll tell you that. And I keep forgetting. So you know what I should have done? You know what we're gonna do now that we know? All right, this is cool. See, because not only are you guys awesome in supporting the show and everything else like that, but you guys are actually literally, we are setting a record here right now. I don't know if we're the first ones to ever do something like this. I know they have other channels where they have multiple artists on and stuff like that, but not a channel or show like what we do, I think, and certainly somebody like me doing what I'm doing now. So I don't know. I think we're kind of making our own history here. He did suffer a lot of loss. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yeah, I believe that. I believe our show is the best because we are original. I think, in my opinion, there's a couple now. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a couple now, and I check them out. I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm interested. I don't consider others to be competition, and because that would mean that if they're competition, then I'm not confident in what we're doing. I'm not confident in the people, and but nobody else does what we do. Many reasons is because they don't have the people we have, you guys. They don't have the artists we have, you know, and they just don't have the content that we have. And the other thing is, which you guys may not understand, is we grow organically, right? We feature artists from around the world, and it doesn't matter if you're a stellar singer or just starting out. That's not what this show is about. That show's not about that. It's about music. It's about people expressing themselves. It's about people being featured and you know, feeling loved and welcomed. That's what this show is about. You know, music and people, right? We don't care how good you can sing or can't sing. Doesn't matter. That's not what's important. Other shows, however, do, and that's what they focus on. We don't. And again, they don't have you guys. Something started playing. I don't know. Hold on. Well, you guys gave me a second, man. It's now I actually have to type. I don't know if I can type. Ooh, wait a minute, guys. Man, I gotta hire some people over here. Here we go. Okay, yeah. But anyways, what I was saying is, now that we know this works, now we can plan something that is more geared towards doing just specifically a show. Which at that point we will have things lined up as a full show should have in regards to that. Because I just think, let me see. Here we go. I found it. Matt, it is. Music is for everybody. And it's sad, too, you know, because a lot of people, I'm not going to get into that, but a lot of people, unfortunately, just too judgmental. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got to test this, so bear with me. What is this crap? I think we got it. I don't know, guys, what's going on with this stuff. That's why when I do a show, found it. When I do a show, I don't like certain versions of stuff. Okay? I like my music the way I like it. It's just that simple. I got it. Because when I do a show, I don't like to have MIDI stuff. I like the real audio stuff. And I like my music a certain way. You know? And sometimes I think that there's just too much of certain things. So anyways, we're going to give this a try. I am not huge at singing it. This style, this version here, but here, helicopters, they're coming to get me. Okay.
Shirley, I think you requested this, so here we go. Let's give it a try. That's right, never settle for less.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Something I'm meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, and darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
There it is. Can't help falling in love. I have to go back and keep, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Like I said, I can't see your chats while I'm doing this, so I have to flip back and forth. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, thank you guys. This is truly an honor. This is, it's really fun, and you guys are really helping me, believe it or not, in more ways than you think. Because I've been wanting to really get back out there and start doing stuff. And this obviously is much, much different, but it still gives me that incentive, that encouragement to, really do things. And I appreciate it. You guys are more of a help. The show, the channel, everybody is more of an inspiration to me than you guys realize, and I know for other people it is too, and I appreciate it. I truly do. I truly do. Let me see here. I bet you guys didn't expect this, did you? Oh, man. All right. This... And yeah, no, many people ask me, they said, Denny, you ever go back and watch your shows? Sometimes I do. I go back and I skip through things. Truth be told, when I was doing concerts, I never used to listen to the CDs. I never used to go back and watch the videos. I would watch clips. I would watch certain parts, and I'll tell you why I did that.
during the I gotta stretch my back and stretch out just a little bit. This thing is hot. During my shows when I was doing live performances, what I would do is I was so critical of me singing that when I'm singing and I was up on stage and I knew I messed up, I knew something went wrong, whether it's a sound or whatever it was, I would go back and I would watch that particular part of the show and I would learn it and figure out where I messed up. And then of course I would try to make it better. But that's really only what I did. I just, even to this day, even after the shows we do, with the featured artist, I go back, I skim through it, I see the comments, I like reading those, I really do, and but I don't watch myself. If anything, I'll listen to the artist because I've said it over and over again. A lot of songs that you guys do that we feature here, I go back and I try them, I sing them. I probably don't publish it on SyncSnap. I really haven't been doing anything on SyncSnap, truth be told. But I go back, I listen, and I just don't watch myself, Yes, it's very good, very clear. Everything. The whole show itself has come a long way. I don't know if any of you can remember, but it was actually John and I, we're two dudes starting out, trying to create this stuff. And of course at the time, I think Blue was with us, yeah. But we were just kind of doing it, and the format was totally different, right? We used to do like live interviews. We did one with Doc one time, I think, too. It was like an hour long, an hour and a half, something like that. But and then I would get into different things, you know what I mean? Yeah, the whole format was completely different. But the principle still remains the same. The principle of the show still remains the same, where it's all about music. It's all about inspiration and what music can do. And clearly, we all know, because we're here, that music is truly inspirational for everybody, and it has a lot of positive impact. I mean, look what I'm wearing. Crying out loud, okay? Okay, let me do this one for you guys, all right? I know it's getting late, so we're going to be wrapping it up because it's a weekday for a lot, and some it's already in the following day. And I know Bev's trying to keep her eyes open if she hasn't fallen asleep already. I don't blame her. Yeah, we're going to try to wrap this up. I too, but I can't believe it, man. I so appreciate you guys being here. This is so cool. It really is. Thank you, as I like to call her, Ma Bev, because she is so warm and, like a mom. She really is. And let me see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's like Wayne Newton. Oh, guys, you want to know something cool? Hold on. Before I move on, let me just do this here. All right, this is one thing I don't think I shared with you guys. Here, let me see if I can do this. Yes, I didn't share this with you guys, and I want to. Let's see if we still got it up. Yes, we do. Man, I got a lot of screens open here. Boy. Okay. Here we go. Go back to me again, because if I don't do it now, I'll forget that I did it. Okay. Do you guys know, has there ever been an artist to sell over 1 billion records? Kind of an easy answer. The only artist to actually achieve this was Elvis, believe it or not. Now, the argument comes in where Elvis or the Beatles, by claimed sales, sold roughly 100 million more albums. However, that argument is very easily disputed. I'm going to tell you why. There was 4 of them, and there was 1 of him. So when you compare that, there's a huge, huge difference. You know what I mean? So Elvis, per sales, the Beatles, Elvis, and Michael Jackson, top three. Okay, but Elvis, fact, the only artist, more so deceased, moves more than 1 million albums per year. Still, to this day, more than 1 million albums per year. Right? Surely you are right, though. Yeah, he did. Told him not to give up his day job. I remember watching a thing about that. I forget where it was. Yes, Beatles were a band. That's right. And Elvis was a show. 100%. Yeah. they told he told him not to give up his day job because he was a truck, or he worked for the electric company. Excuse me, driving the pickup trucks back then. But yeah, told him not to give up his day job. Good thing he didn't listen to him. Yeah, Blue Moon of Kentucky. I want you guys just to write this name down. Raul Donna. Now, for many Elvis fans and stuff, they know who Raul Donna is. They know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay? Raul Donna. I think I've mentioned this before about Raul Donna. But write that name down and then look him up. And you'll be surprised. Raul Donna sounded like Elvis before Elvis sounded like Elvis. I know it's kind of weird, but look him up. Matter of fact, I think it was either Elvis and the Beauty Queen or Elvis and Me. One of the movies, I'm not too sure. You'll see a guy walking upstairs. Well, supposed to be Elvis, portraying Elvis, walking into the room. That's Raul Donna. Yeah, Raul Donner. Yeah, something like that. Yes. Thank you. And just listen to him. He's Raul was. Really, Bobby? Raul Donna? No kidding. I love Raul Donna, man. A lot of people don't know about Raul Donna. They're like, who? Yeah, Raul Donna was fantastic. Thank you, Alabama. Yeah, see? Exactly. He was Elvis before Elvis. I know you guys are like, what are you talking about? Look him up. Yeah, he was Elvis before Elvis. That's the easiest way he just put it, or she. But yeah, he was Elvis before Elvis. I would have to say, if you know Elvis's voice, and I mean know it, then you can tell the difference, okay? But northwest of Chicago, Bobby, wasn't Raul Donna? Didn't he appear in one of the Elvis movies? If I'm not mistaken, didn't it was him? That is cool, Gypsy. See what you learn. See the people you meet. Yeah, Raul. I don't know how to spell his last name. I don't think that's it. That looks like you're spelling donor. Well, I don't have my glasses on. I can't wear them. But yeah, Raul Donna. As a matter of fact, I think Bobby can put the correct spelling up there. That might be correct. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Yeah, but he was Elvis before Elvis. Not the suits and stuff like that, but Raul Donna was Elvis before Elvis. Yeah, it really. And there was another guy. Oh man, I forget his name. But there was another guy. I'll think of it, anyways. Oh, okay, so they are spelling it right. Okay, I wasn't sure. Like I said, I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, look Raldonna up, man. Very talented, very talented. And and again, you know, yeah. But it was amazing, truly amazing. I learned that, you know, years ago. I used to watch all weird stuff like that. I thought it was cool. Yeah. Okay. You'd be surprised. You know, that, okay, from what I understood, Judy, that was, back then the argument was, all right, such as Terry Stafford, when he came out with Suspicion, they banned it, they stopped it, because he sounded too much like Elvis. But Raldonna, they meaning, you know, people, there was a bunch of critics and stuff back then, you know, but what they were trying to say was Elvis got his style, his voice from Raldonna. He copied Raldonna, from what I understood. Yeah, his dad was a studio engineer, yeah. But they, because when you listen to it, it's easy to understand why. But they say that Elvis copied Raldonna, which maybe back then, I don't know, maybe I don't know, because when you're singing the way Elvis sang, you know, especially his power songs, the way he sang it, there's just no way, like you can't, I mean, maybe he could, I don't know, I can't tell you that for a fact, but I personally think, no, I just think it's a huge coincidence. Raldonna? No, he wouldn't sign him up. He didn't have anything different. No, you got to look Raldonna up to understand what we're talking about. Yeah, you got to look him up, and then you'll understand what we're talking. Even when you get a chance, look up. A lot of you guys remember Terry Stafford, and he sang Suspicion. Look that up, listen to it, okay, and then. Oh, there you go. Oh, you did, Bobby? Awesome. Okay. Yeah, but also look up Suspicion by Terry Stafford. Listen to that. Listen to that song. But listen to Terry Stafford do it, though. It blows your mind. It really does. It's amazing. Yeah, that's what they said, that he was Elvis, that Raldonna was Elvis before Elvis. Just because of the similarities. Okay. This next one, guys, we are drawing to a very, very near, so I want to kind of just leave you with this parting tune right here. I think it's a really cool tune to do, if it's the right one. Yeah, give it a listen. Yeah, everyone did, yeah. Yeah, they thought it was Elvis, yep. But Raldonna was out before Elvis, so that's the thing. They thought he was trying to copy Elvis. Nah, it was before Elvis, actually. Which, you know, okay. All right, here we go. This song here is really, really cool. It's got a lot of good meaning to it. 9 out of 10, I'm going to mess it up because I don't really have everything in front of me here. But that's okay, I can mess it up. It's called, and it's very true to this day, very true to what we're talking about. It's called Walk a Mile in My Shoes. One of my favorite songs, by the way. Oh, Connie, you don't know I'm capable of messing up. I gotta test it, guys, before I do it, so give me a second. Okay, here we go. That's it, baby. Yeah. Okay. Make sure I'm on. Yes, I am. I don't want to block me out again. I don't want to get yelled at. Okay. Grab the old microphone. Yeah, mine too, Alabama. I love this song. Love it. A lot of Elvis songs, man, people haven't heard before. You'd be surprised. Here we go. All right, you guys ready? Okay. This is a message song, by the way, just so you guys know.
If I could be you, you could be me, just 1 hour. We could find a way to get inside each other's mind. I could see you through your eyes, Senorito. I believe to be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes, then walk a mile in my shoes. And before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Now there are people on reservation out in the ghetto, and brother, there, for the grace of God, for you and I. If I only have the wings of a little angel, did you know I'd fly to the top of a mountain, and then I'd cry, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. I'm gonna do this, you know. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. That's it, man. I love that song. Walk a Mile in My Shoes. That was one of the greater songs that Elvis sang. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. You guys are truly awesome. You really are. I honestly didn't know how this was gonna go off. I thought that it was gonna just be chaotic, because the first time using everything I'm using right now tonight, because I had to switch things to try to do this. So it's truly been an honor, honestly, and again, the show is just getting better and better and better. We have a tremendous team. We have great members, family. You guys have built such an awesome community, really. I didn't do it. I just sit here and look goofy every night, But this last song, I hope I can do well for you guys. This will be my last song for the night. Happens to be one of my favorites. And again, another message song. I really love this song. I hope you guys really like it too. I'm definitely probably going to screw it up. It's a very, very hard song to do. I've not done it in a while, but we're going to give it a shot. What else we got to lose? This is my parting song. Okay? So, this one, I gotta get my breath for. So,
Bear with me, guys. This is my parting song, and I hope you guys like it. I have to... you're going to hear a lot of echo right now until I adjust it, so just give me a second. Okay. What hasn't changed is my chair still squeaks. So, nothing's changed, man, really. Just me in a different suit, that's it, and black hair. This last song, guys, which I really appreciate. Again, thank you so much for joining me for Elvis Night. I hope you guys learned a little bit different something about Elvis, the artist, the man, his contributions to music, and you know, a lot of different things too, even to this day, that I still learn about myself and about our others. So it's always very important just to keep that in mind. You know, we always learn, and we all make mistakes, man. But the good thing is we can wake up next day and you know, try to make it better and just be there for each other. And so, with that being said.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. There's got to be birds flying higher in the sky, more blue. If I can dream of a better land when all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why, oh why can't my dreams come true? Oh why? There must be peace and understanding sometimes. Strong winds of promise that would blow away all the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, oh why, oh why won't that sun appear? We're lost in the cloud with too much rain. We're trapped in the world that's troubled with pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. Deep in my heart there's a true question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow out there in the dark. There's a beckoning candle, oh yeah. And while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, please let my dreams right now, Lord, let it come true right now. Oh yeah.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. God bless. Adios. I love you all. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you. And don't forget, we will see you guys all tomorrow night here on the Vocalist-Denny Cool and Gang. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys, man. I really do. You guys are the best.
And then I was trouble.
Oh, yes, I got to go from that. If I want to buy something, Methodist Hospital, Ward 24E. Just back Big Spring, the hottest thing in the country. Real hot and blue. Coming to WHBQ in Memphis, Tennessee.